little more. I'm so motivated. Time please. Oh my God. I'ma need a little more. Can't believe they hate it. Time please. Oh my God. I'ma need a little more. Out the slums I made it.
Yo, welcome everyone to a new video. So there hasn't been much to talk about this last week, except that NF went #1 on Billboard. Tweeted out about it. He did 130,000 first week, which is pretty crazy. I guess that's just a follow-up to the last video. Also, I talked to the crew, or Jay from the crew, a little bit ago, and then a snippet of that conversation went up on his channel, so go and check that out. Let me know if you guys want to see more of that. But just something that's been on my mind recently. You know, I was struggling to think of some ideas, and this one came to mind, especially with me. Recently, some of us at our church have been going through a series called Radical by David Platt. I know there's headlines to do with him, with Trump and stuff. I honestly don't know anything about that. I have no opinion on that, but the series is really, really good. And, you know, it had me thinking a lot about my life, about, you know, discipleship. Am I really giving up everything for God as far as time and possessions? Especially, you know, like us in the Western world, we are extremely rich. Even the poor, at least in New Zealand, compared to those in other places in the world, we are blessed. You know, got food and shelter. You're already up there. You know, I guess the Bible calls us to be content with just having food and shelter, and just, you know, trying to analyze in my own life where I can give more, where I can cut off spending. And then it's got me thinking about, you know, Christian hip hop. You know, because obviously, you know, we have, you know, this message of hope and of God, but with some of, you know, even some of my favorite songs in Christian hip hop, there's still this fixation on, in a way, how the world thinks, you know, especially the secular world, of, you know, still gaining money and possessions. I know, you know, obviously wealth isn't evil in its own, but the desire for that, you know, how we spend that as well. Like, you know, what good is it spending $1,000 on shoes when, you know, really you could spend 50, and that 950 could go somewhere much more beneficial. You know, like, in that sense, we're basically storing up treasures on earth. And throughout the Bible, God has a very heavy fixation on the poor and how we need to help the poor, especially those who are in a position to. And I'm not like throwing stones at a lot of these Christian rappers, but, you know, this is a challenge to myself as well. But how do we in Christian hip hop, you know, there will always be, you know, the wheat and the tears. But I guess, you know, this ongoing conversation in Christian hip hop, just finding a balance between, you know, the Bible heavy people and then the lifestyle people, bringing that together. There's room for both without compromising. I guess it's just coming back to what's important. Rapping about your off-whites, like, is that necessary? But then it's also true, because, you know, you are wearing them, you're being honest. I mean, it is a flex though as well. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Just something that's been on my heart. I don't know, I can only see for myself how much I'm giving, so I'm not throwing stones at, you know, Christian rappers or whatever, because I don't know. I mean, in the lyrics, are we focusing on the right things? Are we, you know, a lot of rappers talking about, you know, them wanting to be blessed and, you know, wanting to get their money up. I mean, but at the end of the day, it really is just meaningless unless you're using that for good. All these possessions that we have, you know, all the nice clothes, chains, shoes, they're all gonna pass away. What are we gonna be left with? Is this legacy of Christian hip hop just gonna be a clean version of secular rap with God sprinkled on it, or are we gonna have a lasting legacy? I don't know. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you want to see more. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at DavidLivick. I'm following my personal one if you want as well, David_Livick, and I'll see you guys in my next video.